Guys, I have to admit, everything I've been doing so far, I was completely wrong. I have been doing a huge mistake since the day one that I just realized thanks to your comments and thanks to my community. So if you want to check what's the big mistake, and probably as a new player, you have been doing it as well, make sure to watch till the very end because I might save your account. Okay, maybe not account, but weeks of progress, that's for sure. So again, make sure to watch till the very end and, well, let's check it out.
Welcome back.
So, as you know, in the game, we have plenty of different gear sets in the game. Some of them have already been there years ago. Some of them, they have been added recently, a year or two ago, or basically whatever. But yes, there's plenty of different gear sets in the game. Now, why I am talking about it? Because as a new player, with the experience from other games or stuff like that, in my head, the very first thing I wanted to do is build a team for every single dungeon so I can farm gear. You need gear to progress in the game, to make your champions more stronger, basically, to have better sap stats, to make more damage, to survive longer, etc, etc. Basically, when you play those type of games, you're farming gear. It's all about gear, it's all about getting this 100% crit rate, 300 crit damage, speed, attack, accuracy, etc. And all of that, mainly you'll get through gear. So in my head, I'm like, okay, I need to build a team for the Ice Golem. I need to build a team from the Dragon Slayer, etc, etc. So then I can finally start farming the dungeon and get the gear. Now, thanks to your comments, I did some research, and what I understood is, yes, you will have to build a team for every single dungeon. And yes, that what you should aim for as a new player is stage 20. You should be able at one point, again, there is no due date, there is no specific timer for you, but eventually what everyone should aim for is stage 10, then stage 20, and then slowly progress into the hard mode, right? Which again, depending on the dungeon, different hard modes are way harder. So for now, let's just focus on normal, right? So eventually, yes, you want to farm stage 10, stage 13. Sorry, 13, because this is the first stage when you're gonna start getting 6-star pieces of gear. And then the next step in your account progress is stage 20. However, the dungeons, you actually only want to farm them if there's a specific event or a tournament that you are interested in, or there is like a big global event, like for example Lady Noel. We had different events that we had to finish and tournaments that we had to win in order to get specific rewards and then build Lady Noel. But then, you know, when you have those one-time off events or tournaments, you're not necessarily gonna have to do it, and it's not even advised to do it every single time. And then eventually you will realize that you're not farming the dungeons so much. So where do you actually get your gear? Well, this is something that, again, thanks to your comments, I just understood is number one place to get your gear is gonna be the forge. The best gear in this game is actually to be crafted and not to be looted, because some of the sets that you have in the forge, they are simply the best sets in the game. And the very first set that you want to focus is the perception set. 40 accuracy, 5% speed. Basically, the perception set is a combination of speed and accuracy set that you can farm from the dragon. The set doesn't give you as much as accuracy and speed, but combines both of them. And again, perception is insanely good. This is what you want to focus early on when you start the game. However, to focus on it, you have to build faction wars. And when I say you have to build faction wars, it basically means you have to build, level up and gear different champions from different factions to then go to stage 13, which is basically the golden stage, because that's where you're finally gonna be able to get legendary materials. So only epic and legendary, because before, so from stage 10 to 12, you only get epic. And then from stage 13, you have a small chance to start getting the legendary material. Now, why is it important? Because if you farm the faction wars, obviously you want to have 5 6-star gear. 4 5-star pieces are still good, but you definitely don't want to waste gold resources on 3 and 4-star pieces. That's why you really want to go for 4 or 5-star. Why you don't want to do 3 or 4? Because then you can simply go to the dungeon, to the dragon, and on the normal you can start farming stage 13, which is really easy. With what the game gives you, stage 13 of the dragon is really not that difficult, and you can already start getting some 6-star pieces of gear from accuracy, from speed, that will be just better than perception 3-4-star pieces of gear. So if you cannot go to the faction wars and farm epic materials, dragon will be then better. Now if we look for example at Fire Knight, now crit damage is obviously insane. It's only a 2 pieces set. You also have Savage, that is also very good. Shield is also good. Regeneration also very good. But one, Fire Knight is a very difficult champion, and then there is basically still better from different sets that you can craft in the Forge. Now some of the gear that you can craft is from the faction wars, some is from the Doom Tower. Now me personally, as you saw in my last video, I have been slacking a lot on the Doom Tower. I should be farming it already since a very long time, because every boss in the Doom Tower gives you different material that then allows you to craft different gear. Like for example, we have the Fatal that gives you crit rate and attack percentage. You're gonna have also Lethal, but Lethal is a bit different, and you also need to wait for a good Tower of Doom rotation. But yeah, you have Fatal, you also have Bloodthirst, which is a better vampire set. Affinity Breaker, even though I don't think this is one of the best ones. But yes, Doom Tower also gives you not only amazing resources, but it will also eventually gives you nice materials to build some of these nice gear sets. And then the best of the best is the Forge Pass. So currently we have the Forge Pass that is open for the Slayer gear, which in my opinion, I think, together with Feral, I think, is the best set in the game. There is simply no other way to get it, if I'm not mistaken. But there you go, besides the Forge Pass, and you can only craft it, and this is one of the best gear you can get in game. You can also only get Righteous, Defiant, Bolster, and Instinct through the Forge Pass, and to be quite honest, from what I saw in the comments and overall from my research on the internet, those are the best sets in game. By the way guys, if you also want to start a brand new journey in Raid Shadow Legends in 2025 and you want to get some of the best champions that will actually help you to push the Doom Tower, make sure to check the description around this video and click on the referral link, because by doing so you can go on Raid Shadow Legends website, open your brand new account and download the game. Now, by doing so through my referral link, you'll be eligible to obtain 4 amazing epic heroes that will help you to push the Doom Tower. So make sure, if you want to start the game with me right now, I just started literally 20 days ago. So if you want to play with me, make sure to check my referral link down in the description. Let's continue. So again, don't take me wrong. I should do a team for the dungeons. I will eventually farm the dragon, the Fire Knight, the Ice Golem, etc. But I will only be doing it when there's a tournament or a specific event. And otherwise, I should be, and I will be, building different champions for the faction wars, building different champions for the Doom Tower, and then I really need to start building champions for the Cursed City. A lot of you left a lot of comments telling me that Cursed City also gives you one of the best gear in the game. So definitely Cursed City will be something I also want to focus on soon. The only problem is we now had the Christmas events. So I am a new player. I'm building new champions. We had Lady Noel that just came out. We had so many events for those 2 champions that I simply just didn't have the time to focus on all the other content. But we are definitely focusing now on the Doom Tower. I want to finish the Doom Tower at least in the normal before it resets. It's how many? It's 120 floors. I have 10 entrants per day. So technically speaking, I still have time to do it. And it will basically unlock for me different bosses that will give me different materials. and will allow me to craft different gear. And then eventually I also want to check if I can go into hard, and I think in hard that's where you're gonna get epic or legendary materials for those gear sets. Faction wars, definitely something that I will heavily invest right now. To at least in every faction I want to be able to farm stage 13. I think this legendary material for the perception set is a game changer. Again, let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, but definitely faction wars I will put way more attention on it. And then in the back of my head, obviously clan boss is definitely something that I want to set up and start running as soon as possible. The only problem is I was supposed to be able to farm Ultra Nightmare, but as we all know, Lady Noelle is not working as intended, so I have to look for different replacements of those teams. But yeah guys, just so you know, dungeons, not the best place to get the best gear in game. You're still gonna get some nice gear, but that's not the place where you want to go if you want to have the best gear in the game. And yeah, I think that's it. So we have the Curse City. Also, yeah, clan versus clans, I think you get Feral. I don't think you can get Feral in any other place, right? So if we go here and we go to Feral, does it tell you where you can get it or no? Yeah, 40, one is 40 accuracy. So you can have 100... With 7 pieces, you have 120. Yeah, Feral is insane. Feral, Slayer, all the 9 pieces sets, they are just crazy. What's Divine? Divine is speed 12% plus 15% health, HP self shield for 3 turns. Divine is HP plus HP shield. Yeah. Yeah, you definitely want to look into those sets. Now again, as a new player, as a beginner, perception will be number 1, and then speed, accuracy, lifesteal early on as well, regeneration is very good, and then if you can farm Fire Knight, obviously savage and crit damage, but again, as a new player you're not gonna focus on damage dealers, you will focus on poisoners, HP burners, reduce the turn meter, etc, etc. That's why perception is so good in this game. But yeah guys, I will have to definitely look at the gear, make some more space. Also make sure to like, and subscribe, because in the next video we're gonna be crafting a lot of Slayer gear, because I will finish the Forge Pass in the next video, and we're gonna see if we can get some amazing mythical gear. So make sure to like and subscribe, mostly subscribe, so you're aware when the next video is out. But yeah guys, again, thank you very much for all your comments. You're helping me a lot to progress in the game and to have a better understanding of the game. And yeah, I will see you in the next video guys. See you soon.